You're listening to the Straight Crooked Podcast.
My room is the ugliest, most cluttered it's been in years.
I feel like you just deep cleaned it.
No, I haven't cleaned it in weeks.
Oh.
And I'm not used to having people stay over, and I've just been sleeping on sheets. I've been doing exposure therapy basically because I've been sleeping on a dirty bed. But my body just feels so tired. All I want to do is just sit and do nothing. But I can't let myself do that today. I've got to deep clean this room. It's bad.
I was telling my therapist yesterday, I was just like, I've been frozen. Like, I will literally stand in the middle of a room and just look around
Yes.
and be like, I don't know what to do.
And what is that from? Because the same thing happens to me.
My guess is that it's probably like how, you have your fight or flight response. There's
Mhm.
also freeze. So maybe it's perceiving a threat and just being like, I don't know what to do. It's the only thing I can think of.
I'm threatened by how dirty my room is, so I just don't do anything.
That's how I feel.
It's
You've not,
bad though.
is it?
No, well, like the being frozen and not being able to do what you know you need to do.
Oh, I thought you meant your room, which is probably also bad.
It's not like dirty, dirty, but it's like clothes everywhere, bags from that I take to set that are still fully packed, like
Oh,
just things.
alright.
Yeah. But I do hate that, it's kind of the same thing, like if you have an appointment or something that day, you can't really do anything leading up to
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
That's one of my worst. Actually, if I had to choose like my least favorite thing about myself, it'd be that.
Yeah, I know. Like your whole entire day revolves around that because you don't want to be late.
Hmm.
And yeah, no, I know. I get it.
Yep.
Yesterday, when I got home, I was useless, but I was out of the house from like 10 until 6,
Hmm.
which was abnormal for me.
Yeah. Was it fun? Or you were like ready to be home?
Um, it was nice to be out. Um, I was not excited about the money that I had to drop on
I bet.
getting pampered, but
Yeah. Let me see your nails.
okay, so I'm really pissed off about these, and I'll tell you why.
Tell us.
Um, because they have you look at a little booklet, with all the nail colors.
Okay.
And I picked one, and it was like a nude with like a hint of pink.
Hmm.
Okay. These bitches are like coral colored.
Oh my God, they are.
I'm so pissed.
So it
I
just
hope
looked
they're going to be
different on
okay.
you, or did they pick the wrong one to give you?
I feel like they picked the wrong one because I wanted my toes matching.
Hmm.
And I said, I want number 370. It was 370 in the book. And I saw on the gel polish for my toes that it said 370. So I know that my toes are correct. My toes look different than my fingernails do.
Okay, and why do we not speak up when stuff like that happens? Because
Okay,
I
so
don't
here's
either.
here's my thing is that I did the SNS dipping powder. I've
Hmm.
never done that before, and I didn't know that you didn't have to use a UV light. So I'm thinking, oh, the color is going to change once he puts it under the UV light, which is why I didn't say anything
Okay.
because I thought it was going to change.
Yeah.
But then before I
Oh
knew
my
it,
God.
both my hands were done. And
Dude, I hate that. And so
guess how much
just
it was too. Like just a little aside, guess how much getting my manicure and pedicure done was?
80.
$116. Granted, I did
What?
get my eyebrows waxed, but like, come on.
That isn't. I thought 80 was crazy when I was saying it. That's ridiculous.
That's about usually how much I would have to pay. If I were to get
Yeah.
like a gel manicure and pedicure, it's
Oh
typically
my
sits
God.
around 80. But like,
So,
and that was just really to do the nails because I got the most basic like
hmm.
manicure and pedicure. Like they didn't do a hand massage or anything like that. Like I was just like Just do my nails, please. I don't want to do
So
anything
are
else.
manicures and pedicures becoming something only for rich people, for like the
The
elite?
elite, I guess. I
Because
don't
that is
know.
insane.
Well, I went to a different nail salon. I usually go to one in particular, but since they gave me that toe infection last year, I didn't want to go anymore.
Yeah, I would not ever go back.
Even though I know it was just that one nail tech, because she just kept
Mhm.
digging in my toenail. That
But
was her fault.
still,
I
because then
know.
what if you go there and you get her again and you have to be like, I don't want you. Give me someone else.
I would
Like,
absolutely say that, though.
yeah, but I would just rather switch salons and not have to do that.
Yeah, it's so hard to find a good nail salon, and there's so many around here. Like,
Yeah.
it's ridiculous.
That was an issue I had back in the day. A couple years ago, I would constantly have gel polish on my fingers. Like every 2 weeks, like clockwork, we would go get our nails done.
Really?
Yeah, but we were jumping around from salon to salon because everyone was awful in some way. Like they're either hurting, like I'm not doing
Yeah,
manicures, it's just removing the polish and putting it back on. And they're like cutting me up and stuff. I can't do it. We
yeah.
finally found this one guy that was so beautiful and gentle with every single finger. And he was in the Walmart nail salon in Loganville.
Hmm.
A couple weeks after we started going to him, he left and went to a different salon, and we don't know where he went. So I stopped getting polish.
Mm-mm-mm.
But
Yeah.
yeah, they're all either like busy or like you just don't know what you're getting into. And I feel like as a kid, I always thought nail salons were like this very cool thing. Like everyone knows how to do interesting designs and stuff. And I feel like a lot of the workers just don't care these days. They just kind of want you in and out.
Yeah. But honestly, that's kind of my style. I also want to get in and out.
Right.
My ADHD prevents me from relaxing in those situations. So I'm like, please hurry up, especially with pedicures. I'm like, get done with this. I'm over it.
I can
Um,
agree with that. It's not a relaxing thing for sure.
no,
If
no.
anything, I'm more on edge because I'm like, does it look okay? Are you doing all right? Like,
Or this hurts, leave me alone.
yes.
Yeah. Um, I also had to get my hair done yesterday, and I went to like the salon. I guess I should say
I
the
saw that on your
salon.
story.
And well, because I had my old hairstylist, like I followed her because she quit her other
Oh, okay.
place. So this is my first time going there. But as soon as you get in, they're like, "What would you like to drink?" Like we have coffee, iced coffee, mimosas, like any type of alcoholic drink you can think of, Coca-Cola. Like she's like, "Oh, okay." I was
Now
like, "I
that
guess
is
I'll get a mimosa."
fancy. Do you have to pay extra for that? Or is it
No,
complimentary?
no. And I thought I only got one drink, and then Kendall, my hairstylist, is like, "You want something else, like a cocktail?" And I was like, "I don't know what to get." And she went back there and made me a lemon drop because she used to bartend. So I was like, "Oh,
That's
nice."
awesome. So you were just
But
like, was that a relaxing experience then?
it's good. I definitely feel like she's a lot less stressed there and rushed
Okay. Yeah.
because how hairstylists will book like three clients at a time and like run
hmm
from you to the next person,
Yeah.
check on them, and then come back to you. And but she didn't have to do that, so
That's
she was
good.
just kind of like chilling. Um,
What is this Scandinavian hairline you speak of, by the way?
so it's essentially where they lighten all the way around your
hmm
like hairline. Um, so I don't really know if you can, well, yeah, you
Oh
can kind of see
yeah.
it.
I like that.
Um, well, especially because, I have little baby hairs that look like sideburns and they're really, really dark.
So she lightened
Um,
those.
mm,
It looks nice. It looks really smooth and soft.
I didn't get a cut from her. But I'm getting it cut. No, I think I was saying I didn't get it cut, and then I'm gonna get it cut on Friday.
Okay, what are you doing? Just like a trim for now? Or are you cutting it off for the wedding?
Yeah, I rescheduled with Kendall and May to cut it off. Off.
Yeah? Ooh, That's
Yeah.
exciting.
We'll see if I keep that appointment. I don't know.
At least it's there. You've got time to either talk yourself into it or out of it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm pretty ready though.
I feel you on that one.
Dude, she used this dry shampoo paste on me by R& Co. Because dry shampoo and a spray always makes my hair look greasier. Like I hate it so
Really?
much. Yeah.
Hmm.
And so she like massaged it in my scalp and I was like, this stuff is magical. Like I had to buy it. So
I've never heard of a paste for dry shampoo.
me either.
I'm a little confused how that even works.
I don't know. You
That's
just
very
like
cool.
rub it in your hands and massage it on your scalp.
Wow. Okay. Might have to look into that. I mean, dry shampoo does okay for me, but I don't like the way it feels in my hair. Like if I touch my hair after it's in,
Mm.
it feels dirty, which it is, but
Well, the dry shampoo is supposed to make it not feel dirty. Yeah.
oh, well, it does the opposite. So,
So I guess I don't know. Was there anything that you wanted to talk about? Maybe Kate Middleton stuff.
so after all this time, I was joking about her being trapped as the unknown in the Willy Wonka experience, blah, blah, blah. The video has come out of her saying she has cancer, essentially, but okay, didn't they also, or she also said in the video, like they started chemo to try to prevent the
Hmm.
cancer? Is that something
Well,
people
I guess
normally
to
do?
try to like stop it or prevent it from spreading.
Okay. Now, I mean, my initial reaction was to feel kind of bad of all the jokes everyone was making, and she's like at home dealing with this. But not to be a conspiracy theorist, but I have seen some pretty convincing examples of how that video might be AI. And I'm not saying she doesn't have cancer, I'm not saying she's dead, but maybe that video is not like a live recording of her. I've seen examples of a ring on her finger was there and then she moved and it's like gone for a minute and then it's back. Someone else had put Meghan Markle's face on top of Kate's face to prove how easy it would be to do like a deep fake on that. I don't know what to believe. Obviously, we can only go off what the royal family is going to feed us, which is that she has cancer. But the conspiracies are saying, what if that is because they are preparing us for a death announcement because they've already killed her?
What did I say in our last episode? If
That,
he wants to be with somebody, they would have to kill her off.
yes. Yep, yep, yep. And why? I mean, I know why, but that's so ridiculous and like such an outdated, like that's
People
such a
get
royal
divorced.
family thing to do. Right. Not if you're a royal. No, you do not. Like, I'm on the fence again. I don't really know what's going on, but something's not right. Even if it's just that she's sick, something's not right.
I'm gonna try to take it at face value and believe what they say, but
And that's all you really can do unless you just want to be a conspiracy theorist about it and come up with crazy stuff, you know?
speaking of conspiracy theories, though, I watched this special on Netflix, which I guess it's been out for a little bit, but it's called American Conspiracy: The Octopus Murders,
Okay.
and talking about how everybody is linked. Like it started with this software that the Department of Justice was using, and they pirated that software from the owner, put him into bankruptcy. This was back when Reagan was president, okay?
Okay.
Put the company into bankruptcy, pirated that software, sold it to other countries so we could spy on them and what they're doing. And we didn't just sell it to our enemies, we sold it to our allies as well. Um, so we could track what they were keeping track of.
What?
Um, and it just goes like really, really deep. It gets really crazy. Because it all started with the death of this journalist. Like, um, he told his brother a couple weeks before he died, he's like, if an accident happens, it's not an accident, you
Hmm.
know? and he was found in a hotel room in West Virginia.
Oh
Um,
God.
found in a hotel room in West Virginia, um, with in the bathtub with huge slashes to his wrists. Like they say that his tendons wouldn't even continue to work, so he could continue to slice himself up the way that they were.
Yeah.
So, they're saying that he was getting too close to the real story that they had to kill him off, and it was pretty crazy. So,
Yeah.
um,
Wow.
anyway, good watch. Good watch.
Is it like multiple parts?
Yeah, I think it's like 4 parts.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to check it out because that's the kind of stuff that really freaks me out is people that are getting too close to exposing things and they always mysteriously die.
Like, did we ever talk about the Bowen guy on here?
Mm-mm.
This is current. Like, this is happening right now. Because you know how the door of the plane blew off in the middle of the flight and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Um, well, this guy who worked for Boeing came out and he was like, listen, there are no third party inspectors, like the mechanics who are doing the work inspects their own work and says that there's a whole bunch of Boeing aircrafts out there that are not up to safety standards. And so he's coming forward with this. And then he was found in his vehicle, shot in the head,
No.
and they're saying it's suicide, but it was like towards the back of his head. So it's like not really a appropriate angle for him to do it.
Yeah. No way, dude. That is so scary.
Yeah.
And that makes you not want to know anything. Because like if you know too much.
Yeah. But I mean, the door coming off of a freaking plane, like by some miracle, people weren't sitting in that
Mm-hmm.
row.
Yeah. That's very
Nuts.
scary.
I actually did have some time to catch up on some TV, and the one that I wanted to talk about was I was watching the show called Homicide New York, which was
Okay.
really, really good. It's actually created by Dick Wolf, the guy who does Law and Order.
Oh, is
But
it
it's
scripted?
real. No,
Oh,
the real
okay.
stories. And this one particularly caught my interest. It was it starts out with this man in a very affluent apartment building. He called in his daughter as missing. She's 15, you know. And the police respond over there, and the doorman goes, "Oh, she's not missing. She's here." And she was on like the utility floor. They found her taking a bath with her boyfriend, and there's like blood droplets on the floor. Like he has a cut above his eye or whatever. And she's just like, "Get out."
What?
Like, and I'm just like, okay, totally what? So the police leave, and as they're leaving, they get a call to the police saying there's a dead body in Central Park in the lake. And you're like, who called this in? And it was the 15-year-old girl. Her name is Daphne Abdella. And she was like, we were in Central Park, and my boyfriend, he just went crazy and he killed this guy. And like I was just there, I was witness to it, whatever, but I was too scared to come forward when he was here. Anyway, so they do go and retrieve the body. They say that it was like the most disturbing thing that they had ever seen. Like they had disemboweled him, like his guts were just like floating in the lake.
Oh my God.
Um, and so, Daphne is like, oh, well, yeah, I didn't have anything to do with it, but I told him, like, you better gut him so he doesn't float. It's like, okay,
Oh
somebody
my
who's just an
God.
innocent bystander to a murder is not going to say something like that.
No, absolutely not.
But she actually like she had a lot of behavioral problems. Like she was a rich kid, spoiled brat, and just did
Mm,
whatever she wanted to. Um, and her boyfriend, his name is Christopher Vasquez, and he goes to a private school as well, but he's very quiet, like cripplingly emotionally depressed, very
mm.
lonesome and everything like that. And so they struck up a friendship because they like to go roller skating in Central Park. Yeah.
I don't know
This
why
is
that's
in
funny.
this is in the 90s sometime.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense.
So this man is just a random realtor And he likes music and he's kind of an alcoholic. Like he likes to just go to Central Park with a 6 pack of beer and
Mm-hmm.
drink or whatever. Um, so they examine the body and, he's obviously gutted, right?
Mm-hmm.
But he's got some stab wounds, and then he has on his calf a pattern of like 4 bruises. And immediately I knew what it was. Do you know what it is?
On his calf, a pattern of 4 bruises.
Just down in a straight line.
No.
Roller skate. It's like that's
Duh.
a damn roller skate bruise.
Oh my God. My bad. When I think of roller skates, I'm thinking of the two and the two.
Yeah, no, that's what I always used to use. I could never do the inline skates.
Yeah, that makes sense. So they kicked him in his calf and like knocked him down.
Yeah.
My
Um,
God.
so anyway, they kind of had Christopher because they found the knife. It had his blood and the victim's blood on it. They kind of had a pretty solid case against him. Um, Even though I'm like, really, this girl told him to do it, or she's the one who started it, really. I know
Hmm.
that she was.
Yeah.
But she they couldn't get her. Like her attorney was the attorney for all of the celebrities, like Michael Jackson.
Um.
He is defending P. Diddy right now, with all the
Mm-mm.
raids and stuff. Yeah, his name is Ben Brofman. But
Well,
anyway,
I hate him, whoever he is.
yeah, I know. So, they just couldn't get anything on her, and they did this thing where she could go into an interview with the police, and nothing she said would be held against her unless she went up on the stand and said something contradictory.
Mm.
But anyway, she was talking, and she admitted to kicking him and pushing him down.
Wow.
Um, but she was like, he was a creep. He put his arm around me, and Chris just exploded. Because I guess they had gone skinny dipping in the lake, and she
Oh,
was like cold and shivering, and said that he put his arm around
ew.
her. I know, which is really gross, but everybody's like, that did not happen. Murphy,
It wouldn't be an episode without you having to get on to him.
I know he's scratching the shit out of my couch.
Mm-mm-mm.
All the threads are coming out of the corner.
God.
I know. But anyway, so get this though. She found out that she had been had, so she pleaded guilty to manslaughter and received a 9-year sentence. Chris Vasquez did go to trial because he was on trial for murder. They found him not guilty for murder, but guilty of manslaughter. They both served 6 years
Are
and are out now.
you
They got out in
serious?
2004. Yeah.
How does, oh, I don't understand. I don't understand how stuff like that can happen.
I get that they were 15,
But
but
still, that's pretty like violent.
yeah, excruciatingly violent.
Yeah. And I don't know if you said or not, but did like the actual murder happen during the day or was it at night? Like
It was
how,
at nighttime.
oh, okay, okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
My God. So now they're just out in the world somewhere.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And nobody really, she made some death threats against somebody who was living in her halfway house at one point. Um, but that was like years and years ago. Nobody's heard anything since.
Oh my God. I wonder what they're up to now.
I don't know.
Jesus, that's so scary. And what was that
Hmm.
show called?
Homicide New York on
Homicide, New York.
Netflix.
Okay,
All of
cute.
them were pretty good. There's only like
Nice.
5 episodes of that, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, that was the Central Park slaying. That was the title of
Central
the
Park
episode.
slaying. When you first were talking about the apartment that they lived in, I don't know why this came to mind, but in passing, I saw a TikTok video. Maybe it might have been months ago, but this just reminded me of it, of this man. I want to say it was New York because apartments and whatnot. I could be wrong. I don't know many facts about this, which is, you know, on par for typically most things I talk about. I don't look up all my facts first, but he like a Chinese restaurant or some kind of business put their cards in all of the apartment doors.
Uh-huh.
And he noticed day after day all of these cards on his neighbor's doors were still
Like
there. They hadn't
piling up.
moved.
Yeah.
And then he went into like the parking garage and noticed all of these neighbors' cars are covered in dust. They haven't been moved either. And so it's like, was he in some kind of fake apartment building that they want it to look like a lot of people live there? And he's like actually the only resident? Because then he's realizing he's never seen his neighbors. He's never seen anyone in his building. That's terrifying to me because if you think you're not the only person in an apartment building, as you shouldn't be, and then you are, I don't understand what that is supposed to be a front for, but my first thought is like you're like the experimental rat
Hmm.
and someone's watching. Or so I don't know. I should have probably looked into that and followed up before I said anything, but what you said reminded me of it.
No, that's weird.
Yeah.
I'll have to
I
look
don't
into
know
it.
whatever came of that, but did you see the bridge?
I don't think so.
Baltimore. Baltimore is where it happened. A ship, I don't know if it was a cargo ship or something. It wasn't like a cruise ship, crashed into the bridge and it boom, whole bridge came down. This happened like not last night, the night before last, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. It was scary to see. So, for what I'm seeing is like like all the lights in the ship went off, like they lost power, and it came back on, and it looks like they lost it again right before they crashed into like the pillar thing. But I've never in my life, I don't know if this is standard for bridges or if this bridge was not built very well. I don't know. But the second that that ship knocked into like the pillar, literally just the whole bridge comes like crashing down into the water. It was scary to see.
How does that even happen?
I have
They're
no
supposed to
idea.
have ports and they know what the clearance of these bridges are. I'm so confused.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. You're gonna have to look up the video because it's like it's weird.
Was it like a passenger bridge? Like,
I think they
car?
said there was only 6 cars. The last I checked, there
Still.
was only 6 on there, but like I didn't see an update as far as like, did these people make it? Are they gone? I don't know.
Huh.
It's
Damn.
very scary. Bridges are always scary, but you don't
There's this,
actually imagine that it literally crumbled. Like,
yeah, makes me wonder about the structural integrity of that bridge too.
yeah,
But
that was my first thought too.
yeah, there's one in Savannah that they're working on right now, but every time, and I used to have to get on it every day because I used to have to take it to go home. And there's a red light right there. So you sit on the bridge waiting for the light to turn,
Mm-hmm.
and you feel the pulse and the vibration like this bridge is actually shaking and moving. And I was like, this thing is going to collapse one day. Like, I just know it. I know it is.
I don't see why they would ever put like a red light where you have to be stopped on a bridge.
I know.
That makes zero sense. Get the people off the bridge as fast as possible.
I know. But they have been working on it. I think they're probably adding some extra beams or whatever. But like,
That's kind of scary too, because if they're actively working on it, like you're kind of like if you go on there anytime soon, you're kind of like the guinea pig to see if their
mhm.
work was okay or not. I'm gonna see if
Which,
I saved a video of the bridge to send you, but you can
okay.
go ahead.
Um, which honestly, infrastructure just blows my mind. Like how people plan the roads out,
Yeah,
how they magically make room for things and build bridges and stuff. It's nuts.
what gets me the most, and I just cannot wrap my head around it, are the underwater tunnels.
Yeah.
Like, what do you mean you built something that cars can go through and you built it underwater? And like, what do you mean? That's what we
Huh.
always have to take into Virginia when we
Yeah.
go to the part where my brother lives, and it's like this long bridge,
I loved it.
and then you go under. Yeah, it's like a thrill, kind of. I
Yeah,
just do not understand.
me either.
I think we should go on record right now and just say how wild this one particular recording today has been.
Yeah, I don't know what the issue is.
So we get started and we're fine. We're recording. It disappeared for you too at the same time as me, I'm assuming, right?
Yeah.
Completely disappears. We don't know where the other person went. Couldn't connect. Tried to connect on a phone. Finally got it on the laptop. And then when you needed to pause for a moment, my entire screen went black. My thing didn't warn me it was dying. Also, we haven't addressed the fact that this is officially the last episode of season one.
It is.
Oh my God.
Well,
What
we
do
addressed
you,
it last episode, but this is the last
yeah,
episode.
this is the official last episode. What do you plan on doing with your free April?
Sorry, I had to squirt Murphy. Um, chilling, man. I
You
think
giving
all
a
this,
break?
yeah, all the stress will be over and just give me a little bit of a break.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
get to revamp and hopefully have some cool new stuff
That'll be
waiting.
good timing for you too, because it's like right after all the wedding craziness dies
Hmm.
down, then you get essentially a month of pause.
Indeed.
Oh, sorry,
Yes.
before you get into your last topic, you just reminded me, I wanted to ask about your juice cleanse. You're currently in it right now. What day are you on? How are you feeling? What's happening?
Um, so I effed up and ate yesterday. So that undid my whole first day.
Hey, especially when you're out of the house, though, it's really hard not to.
Right. I couldn't just, I brought one extra juice. Um, but that did not last me the whole, 8 hours I was out of the house.
Right. And I don't know
So,
what it is. It's the temptation and the fact that you have to do things
mhm,
that makes your hunger more. I don't know.
yeah. So I decided to just eat and save my juices.
Nice.
So I'm on what should be day 3, but I'm on day 2.
Okay.
Um, the first day went pretty okay until it was time to go to bed, and then I realized how hungry I was,
Mm-hmm.
but just went to sleep instead.
That's rough trying to fall asleep when you're hungry.
Uh-huh. Yeah, no, it is. But the juices taste fine except for this one called tart greens. It has celery in it,
Mm-mm.
and I can taste it so much. I'm like, ugh, it's
I'm a
disgusting.
celery hater. I don't like
Me
celery.
too. I don't like it either. But this one is called sweet greens, and it has apple, kale, spinach, collards, and lemon, and it tastes fine.
The collards are fine.
Yeah, I don't taste them.
Okay. Okay, not bad then.
But they also have a beet juice, which I drank. I know we talked about beets.
We did.
I drank it. It wasn't too bad.
Really?
And there's also a carrot one, which I hate carrots, but that one's also not too bad.
I don't know how you hate a carrot.
It's just nasty. I don't like the texture. I don't like the taste. None of it.
Fair enough.
But anyway, I had weighed myself and I was down like 3.6 pounds in that one day. I'm sure I
No
probably gained it
way.
back from
But
yesterday.
still, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Maybe that's my motivation to give it a try. I know I said I would attempt to try it when you were trying it. Obviously, did not get any juices, so
It's all right. Everybody's like, I don't see how you're doing this.
I don't know that I would have to sleep most of the day and go to bed pretty early.
Yeah. They have a which I probably should have gotten in hindsight. It was a lower sugar, higher protein one.
Hmm.
And they kind of have like smoothies mixed in with that
Yeah,
one, so maybe it's a little bit more filling.
maybe.
I don't know. But anyway, they said I could have a sweet potato if I got hungry.
Oh, okay. Do you like sweet potatoes?
I never make them for myself, but I like
Hmm.
them. They're okay. But like plain? You want me to eat it plain?
Yeah, just like a mushy plain
Uh,
potato. I'm I've only tried like the sweet potato fries and chips, and I'm not a fan. I don't know why. You think I would be. I love sweets and I love potatoes, but no, thank you.
Sweet potato fries have to be cooked very, very well for me to enjoy them. If
Like
they're
no
like
mush.
soggy,
Hmm.
no.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's just one other thing that I wanted to talk about because I thought it was odd.
Ooh, okay.
Um, so working, I asked somebody what type of insurance they had,
Hmm.
and she said Christian health plan. It was like, never heard of this before. I've got to do some Googling and figure out what the hell it is.
Yeah.
So have you ever heard of a healthcare sharing ministry before?
Never in my life.
All right. I kind of went down the rabbit hole with this. So essentially, which I'm going to pull up the article that I read about it. So it is essentially the belief that like God will heal you and that your community will take care of your healthcare expenses.
Hmm.
So it's kind of sold as a health insurance plan, but it's not actually health insurance at all. It doesn't even meet the Affordable Care Act like standard of um having insurance. So I was reading it, and so it says that healthcare sharing ministries are programs under which groups of people who share a common faith make monthly payments that are used to cover the cost of members' medical care. So they essentially submit a bill, a medical bill that they have, and I guess all the people that pay into it every month, they're paying for other people's medical bills, essentially.
Is this effective?
Um, I would not believe so. Let me see what they've got. So it says HCSMs are still not minimum essential coverage. While it says that membership has grown recently, um, saying that there were fewer than 200,000 sharing ministry members in 2010 and that it increased to an estimated 1.7 million by 2021.
Wow.
Um, oh, it says um some factors are accounting for growth of HCSM memberships, including Christians' desire to avoid health plans that cover services like contraception and abortion.
Oh my God. Give me a break.
Yeah, I know. That's
Just
nuts.
imagine like Bartholomew has like health problems out the wazoo, and you just have to pay for all of those? What happens if you've paid his so much and then you can't take care of your kids?
Right. Well, it says it also doesn't come with mandates or consumer protections. So, like, I guess they could just decide to not cover you, you know? Like to not cover a bill.
Why did they think that's a good idea?
I have no idea. She
Okay.
was like, "Yeah, it's very affordable. It's like $500 a month for me and my husband." I was like, "Girl."
Oh, poor girl.
I know. I didn't say anything about it because, like, I also think like trying to find her a counselor. It's not like they list that in their accepted insurances. So, like,
Right.
how do you find somebody? They just have to pay out of pocket
Yeah.
and hope that they're going to get reimbursed.
That's actually one of the craziest things I've heard about the Christian community, I think.
Yeah, no, I really did not know that these things existed, but
Yeah.
it's very, very odd to me.
We need to, okay. Season two, we need to find someone that is under that healthcare, get them on the pod. We need to ask them some questions.
Good luck.
We need to make that a guess. I'm gonna search the internet and try to find someone that can give us more info on the inside.
The thing is, though, is that I feel like the people who are on it don't really know what it means either. You
Oh
get what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like, I feel like if they knew better, they probably wouldn't do that.
Like maybe it's one of those, this is godly, so do it. And then they just do it and don't really.
Right. Like I said, it doesn't meet the Affordable Care Act standards for like
Hmm.
maintaining minimum coverage, but there is a religious exemption for ACA coverage.
Oh, okay.
So you still don't get penalized because it's due to religious views.
Interesting.
Hmm.
I was thinking maybe we should start our own church. Because then don't they like not pay like property
Taxes?
taxes and
Yeah.
stuff like that?
Yeah.
We could do so many things. We should do something like that.
I've always wanted to do it, but I'm just like, what would my principles be?
Well, good question. We're the straight crooked church.
For wayward people.
Wait, that would, I don't know. I feel like that would just be an epic thing to do in our lives.
I feel like we would have to do like some cult leader vibes though. I don't think I'd be a good cult leader personally.
I don't think so either. So I think we need to outsource and we need to appoint someone of our choosing to be the leader. Or the face of it all, like the president of the United States. They're the face, we're the masterminds behind the scenes.
I'm trying to figure out who would be a good cult leader. I feel like my dad would be.
Okay.
Um, my nephew Silas would be a very good cult leader.
Yeah. Oh, I feel like my brother would probably be good at it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
No, not us only picking men to run our cults.
Just historically, who's been the most successful?
Men. Oh man. Hmm.
Trying to think of a good woman cult leader. Women just have more sense and more empathy. That's why they
Right.
can't.
It's like they would never.
Except for that one woman. Did you ever see anything about the Love Has Won cult?
I think it was
And they
mentioned in
call their mother God.
that activity book we were trying to do together, but I don't know
Oh,
anything
was
about
it
it.
in there? Oh my
Maybe.
God. So, you know, when she died, 'cause she was a raging alcoholic and a narcissist and bipolar and everything. Like, she was just like certifiably nuts. But when she died, they mummified her. And the police went and she's just wrapped up in all these blankets sitting in her bed. And they believe in colloidal silver. The woman was blue. She was absolutely blue, just like, and you can just see her dead face, like peeking
No.
out. Yeah, no, I've seen it. It's nuts.
You'll
It's
have to send it
nuts.
to me if you can find it.
Oh, I will.
Oh my God.
I will.
And are they allowed to do that? Like when the police come, what do they do?
No, they all got charged with like abuse of a corpse.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah.
That's giving like Norman Bates. Like, let me keep my mom in a chair. Like,
I
wow.
don't know how you can live with a dead body, like just
No.
chilling.
It'd be very unsettling. Well, I
Yeah.
have like what if someone taxidermies me?
I was just thinking about that. I don't think it's ever been done for humans.
It's probably not legal. I mean,
I don't
no,
think it
it can't
is.
be legal, but I don't know how I would feel about that.
You anybody would look terrifying taxidermy. Let's be real. It's not going to look realistic at all.
Yeah, especially if there's no practice out there yet.
Yeah,
But they do really good with animals.
sometimes you see the bad taxidermies.
I don't think I've seen that.
They are so hilarious.
Really?
Yes,
I'm gonna have to look
so
that up
funny.
later.
Just type in
Okay.
like bad taxidermy and like
Okay.
it's just comical. Really is. But essentially, that's all I've got today.
I love it.
Yeah.
Have I shown you my clay sculptures with the teeth?
Clay sculptures with teeth? No, I've
Hmm.
seen your creepy dolls with teeth, but
Oh, I just bought four more of those dolls, by the way. I have eight of them now. I bought these fake, well, they claim to be fake teeth on Amazon. they look really real. And actually, I've had these for months. I'm about to get back into it. So I'm going to show you the teeth first. Everything's like under me on this table. Yeah, I think I might have done this before Christmas time. So here are all, am I dumb? Anyway, here are some teeth.
Okay.
And we've got all kinds. We've got like, I guess these are the molars or whatever.
Oh.
Um, yep, I just spilled them everywhere. That's fun. So I was like, I want to make like little clay sculptures that have creepy little teeth. And I think I was inspired by the fugglers that I have. But I literally just got air dry Crayola clay. This is the first guy I made. His tooth is not as deep as I wish it was, but
I feel like you need to make a big one with like a full set of
oh my
teeth.
God, yes. So I've got this mouth. It doesn't have a full set because I wanted it to look interesting. So I made this one.
Oh,
So if it were to close, that one would line up perfectly in between those two.
does it close?
No, it's solid. But I liked the idea of it. And then the last one I made that I haven't painted yet, this clay is so fragile too. Like I had to reinforce the limbs with glue. But so it goes like this, but the teeth are lining the
Oh,
hole. And I'm gonna paint this one soon. I've
you know what that reminds me of?
what? No,
You ever
I
watch the
think
movie Teeth?
no, but I know what it's about. I figured you were about to go there. That is so funny. Well, this is its own entity. No need to fear. But I feel like I've been kind of getting back in my arts and crafts era because I think we talked, it might have been last week when I was like, I just don't feel good after I sit on social media all day. I feel like I've wasted my life.
Yeah.
But between that and just trying to distract myself from reality, I'm like, I bought these little clay. One's like a vase, one's like a rainbow, and one's a bird, and I'm gonna paint them and give them to like grandma and Terry Lynn and stuff for
Okay.
Easter. And oh, I got some cross stitch. I've been cross stitching as of yesterday.
Well, I don't have cross stitch. I have embroidery
Ooh,
that I
have you
need
done
to do.
it?
I started and I actually kind of got the hang of the different stitches, and now I've forgotten, obviously, because I haven't done it.
Yeah,
Um, but I do want to get back into that.
you should. I did a cross stitch during quarantine. It was like a little tiny hedgehog. Now I've
Oh,
got a Winnie the Pooh and a little plant. And yeah, I'm trying to do more things when I'm not out filming something, just to keep my brain and my hands and my mind occupied.
for sure.
And it never occurred to me that I have like all of these things and like canvases and stuff, and I'll just paint and then I'll have like an ugly painting and I'll keep it or whatever. If I'm gonna make all these crafts, why not make them to give them away to people so other people have to deal with my mess of an artwork? So that's what I'm gonna start doing. I've
I
also
hear you.
started, this is so random, I've started Christmas shopping.
What's the matter with you?
The matter with me is that every year, every year around Christmas time, like I'm always so upset that I haven't spent any time thinking about what to get people. I haven't taken the time to shop. So now my thing is if I see something in a store that reminds me of someone and it's affordable, I'm getting it right then and there. And I'm going to do that all throughout the year.
That's a good idea.
We'll see if I keep it up. I've got three people something so far.
Hmm, good for you. Um, I've been on a hunt for fake plants.
Ooh. Any tips on where to find them?
Um, Target is expensive because, okay, I'm putting them in my windowsill above my bathtub, and it's
Ooh.
only like this wide.
Yeah.
So I've been having to try to find little fake plants.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a pain in my tuchus.
And not the
But
tuchus.
yeah, because I bought two from Michael's on sale and I was like, oh, cool, nice. Neither one of them fit. So
No.
I bought a little one at Target the other day for $5. He hasn't gone up in my windowsill yet.
Oh, $5 isn't bad.
Oh no, not at all. The one I really wanted was like 20. And I was like, for some fake succulents? Like, I
Mm,
can't.
that is actually insane.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Even for a real one, because it's, I mean, maybe not succulents, but certain plants, I don't know why they're so expensive when 99% of the time you're going to kill them on accident.
I've got to find somebody to do my yard or else I'm gonna get another no-no letter.
Oh, about the rocks?
Well, yeah, the rocks, but also my grass is growing up. There's weeds everywhere. I don't cut grass.
No, why would you? Oh God, you need to find like a teenage boy or something that wants to make some money.
Our old neighbor would do it, but he doesn't drive, so I have to like take the time to go pick him up and, and go do it. I just haven't had the time.
Oh my God. That's kind of precious. Going to pick up an old man to do your yard.
He does it. All you got to do is give him a few beers and some cigarettes. He's
Wow.
fine.
Very easy to please. I like it.
Exactly.
I guess just stay tuned for season 2. This week's Song of the Week has been kind of helping me not even process emotion, just, I don't know. I think we know I'm very music obsessed. So I very much love when music can kind of express how I feel. So I can just listen to it on repeat and like bask in my emotions. So I've been listening to Joanne by Lady Gaga.
Okay.
And if you've never heard it,
I haven't.
if you feel like kind of being in your feels, it's about
Never.
like someone that has passed.
Oh, okay. I see.
If you feel like being in your feels, go and listen to it. It's like it's pretty cute.
I never like being in my feels.
Oh,
Ever.
okay. Well, maybe don't listen to it then. But if you're going through something like that and you want to feel it through music, in
Cool.
more of like a positive,
Yeah.
uplifting kind of feel.
Okay, well that's better.
Yeah, yeah. It might still bring a tear to your eye, but
I guess my PSA for this week is make sure to binge and catch up on all of our episodes while we're on hiatus next month.
that might be my favorite PSA yet. And
Ugh,
to all of the dedicated listeners that I know have absolutely noticed our miniature hiatus from Instagram, I also send my apologies to them because I've been going through it. But I'm about to catch up on all the posts that I've missed, all the promos, the episodes with no context, and my apologies to you as well because I think I've missed the last 2 weeks of posting, but getting back into it, so
ain't no skin off my ass.
oh
Uh,
man.
thanks for listening to the Straight Crooked Podcast. Signing off.
Bye.
Bye.